Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, CCX here. Welcome back to Mega Man 2. Or I should say, welcome back to the finale of Mega Man 2 for the NES. In the last episode, we ended up taking down two of Wily's wonderful contraptions. And now, in this episode, we're actually going to finish off Wily Castle number 2. Now, this section here, you can use the Crash Bomber freely. But I would go ahead and say this, you don't really have to, but if you want to get the energy, you should, but you probably are going to go ahead and end up refilling your Crash Bomber. Because as I said before, one boss in this castle, you have to have full Crash Bomber. And I mean full Crash Bomber, meaning the whole tank has to be filled. It can't just be halfway. Because if it's halfway, then the game is... you're gonna lose and you're not gonna be able to beat the boss at all. It's kind of like, it's as picky as Heat Strike, where you can only charge it twice, and if you try to charge it again, even though it tries to make the sound effect of a charge shot, it's not gonna do anything. I don't even know why that's the only one that can charge up. By the way, I died pathetically there, so yeah. My cutting is so amazing. That section there could be a little bit of a pain because of the fact that you have to deal with not only the falling physics, but you also have to go ahead and try to redirect your direction as quickly as possible. You probably won't be taking pot shots from those guys if you actually manage to, I don't know, time stop them or something. And welcome to the Guts Dozer. I call it the Guts Dozer because it looks like a dozer, and I will say this is probably not my best run because this guy will be dead in like a quick succession. Hell, it's so bad that he ends up doing moves I didn't think he had. I didn't know he sent out meat tools. Like, seriously, I didn't know he did that. If you manage to defeat him, you can move on to the next stage. And this is where the game kind of takes on a toll of saying screw you in 3 different languages. As I stated before, be sure to not waste any of your Crash Bomber, because if you do, you won't be able to defeat the boss. Also, another fun fact, if you actually lose to this boss, you will have to traverse through the entire area. Not from the beginning, just like almost halfway to a Pacific part where there's a bunch of slope moving platforms, and that takes a lot of time out of people. Hell, it takes a lot of time out of me, and I got stuff to do. I'm sorry this actually took a little bit longer to finish, however, but I'm trying to do something a little bit different, so to speak. I'm trying to, upload more than just, 2 videos. Well, actually no, 2 videos is basically my max. This is also an apology for not having Chrono Cross out. I will have to record that early on. In this section here, there are invisible platforms, so you want to use Bubble Edge so it can traverse through the floor and fall right through it, because that's what it does, because Bubble Edge is weird. And they also have it in very awkward positions like that. I don't even know how you're supposed to get that. I'm assuming you're probably supposed to use item 3 and then climb onto item 3 to be able to get that, but I don't know. It's no point. If you've gotten all the E-Tanks from all the levels, then, 4 E-Tanks and, some of the E-Tanks that are also in this area, you should be fine. Using the Leaf Shield in this area will go ahead and protect you. Also, I end up calling Woodman Leaf Man, but there actually is no Leaf Man. I'm confused that he's called Woodman, but he gives you the Leaf Shield even though he's called Woodman. Everybody else gives you their Pacific weapon. He's the only one that has to be weird. Heatman is Heat Strike. Bubble Man is Bubble Lead. Quick Man is Quick Boomerang. Flash Man is Flash Stopper. Airman is Air Shooter. Crash Man is Crash Bomber. Like, seriously? I like to think that it's probably like a mistranslation, but it's probably not, because in all honesty, he looks like wood. He doesn't look like a leaf. I mean, there is a plant man, and you do get a plant shield. So, what the hell, guys? You guys kind of screwed up in the whole name department for Woodman there. But then again, Wood Shield would be kind of gross. Yeah, I don't know. I could have called him Leaf Man. Or maybe it's called Leaf Man in other games. I don't know. Funny enough, though, the only robot masters that appear in Mega Man Battle Network Transmission is only Needleman, Torchman, Quickman, Iceman, Clownman, who's actually not a robot master in any of the Mega Man series. No, wait. Yes, he is. I am stupid. I thought, no. You know, the thing is that Clownman is actually called Color Man in the Japanese version of Mega Man Battle Network. So, yeah, you can understand the reason why they had to change his name. Because, really? Color Man? I mean, I get that he's colorful, but no. Just no. This is the turret boss. This is the boss that can potentially screw you over. Why? Because you see these wonderful walls. You think that you should crash bomb all of them. No. Because the thing is that you have a limited amount of crash bomber. I just used one there. I will be using one at that bottom wall down there. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, hold on. I think I probably counted that wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I did count it right. Never mind. Yes, you get 7 shots of Crash Bomber. And if you miss any of those shots, kill yourself. Because you're not going to win. Once you've already depleted all of your Crash Bomber, you can't win the fight. But there is something that I kind of didn't mention. If you do, however, die in this fight, and you've already blown up a wall, what you could do is come back and the walls will still be gone. That's great, but you won't have any more Crash Bomber and you'll have to be forced to grind for it, and you have to fight those guys in those ATSTs. I don't think it's STs. Whatever, those things in the Walker mechs. And they're not really fun to fight. I will just say that now. They're not fun to fight. So you essentially would be almost screwed. Just almost. Not all the way. But when you end up using all 7 Crash Bombers in the Pacific right areas, you should be able to win. You should only have those walls that you see on screen left. You shouldn't have anything else. Because, you know, reasons. Alright. Now let's head to the final Wily Castle. Well, second to final Wily Castle. And now it's time for the staple that is in every Mega Man game to date, the Boss Rush. Mega Man is the only series that introduced Boss Rush. In fact, a lot of other games will take those Boss Rushes and put them into their own video games. Boss Rushes in Mega Man is explained by Wily recreating his robot masters to be a little bit stronger, quote unquote. That's actually the only reason why they are here. And Mega Man X does the same exact thing as Mega Man 1 and 2. As Mega Man X have the robot masters within the stages, Mega Man X2 have an actual place setting with the robot masters being in all in one place. Which one can you say I prefer? I actually prefer the one where they're all in one area, because at least that way I don't have to, you know, run after them. But I also like the fact that, you know, they're just there. You can just fight them. This is the only time I'm showcasing this, because there's nothing to talk about. Like, I'm serious. There's boss rushes you can't talk about, and you cannot talk about at all. And this is the result of me wasting my heat shot. Like I said, if you already wasted it, you can't go ahead and kill Woodman 2 shots. Fun fact though, Woodman's actually really easy if you know how to dodge his leaf shield attack. And he can probably potentially be your first robot master if you know, can get past the fact that his leaf shield hurts. The only problem is that, you know, the area is small, so he'll kind of come a little bit closer and closer. Because the thing about this place is that the area is very, you know, bigger than their actual arenas. So, you know, Airman's weak to leaf shield. You know, I know it's called, it has a W, but it's a leaf shield. Like, I'm sorry, it's the leaf shield, even though it shows W. By the way, I wasn't fighting Heatman with no, I wasn't going to use an E-Tank because I didn't need to. Because, I mean, it's Heatman. He's weak to Bubble Lead. Bubble Lead. By far the most weird weapon name ever. Seriously, what was Wily thinking when he created Heatman? It was like, oh, I'm going to create myself a matchstick. Because I need a smoke sometimes. And I'm just going to make sure that I have something. Heatman, come to me and light my cigarette. No problem, Dr. Wily. And then, you know, just use them. Flashman is weak to Crash Bomber, but we don't have any. So, well, you can also use Metal Blades, and he can also die just as fast. In fact, he's not the only one that can actually die pathetically quickly by Metal Blades. Last Robot Master, Metal Man, gets killed in one shot in normal mode. Difficult mode, 2. You are the worst Robot Master ever. Even though you do have a badass song from the Megas. This is Wily Machine number 2. Whatever. Wily Machine number 2's first phase will be him throwing shots upwards. All you do is run back and forth and jump over them so you don't have to really get hit by them. And then the second phase is he has them being shot by letting them bounce up and down. Trying to avoid these is a bit timing based, which we already know that I suck at timing, so yeah. You can also use the quick boomerang as well. As I said before, he's weak to Crash Bomber. The problem is that you've already wasted all your Crash Bomber for the turret boss, which is something I don't understand as to why they did that. Like, why make Crash Bomber be his weakness if you've already used the Crash Bomber to defeat the wall, the turret boss? It's almost like it was saying that, you know, you don't have to use Crash Bomber to beat that boss, but in all honesty, that's his only weakness. Nobody has found a way to defeat the turret boss with any other weapon. You cannot kill that thing no other way. And this is creepy. You can say that it actually comes back in another particular video game called Pilgrim. First name, Scott. Also, I was very stupid here, so... Oh, yeah. Here's another thing. Getting hit by those things 3 times will kill you. Then again, I probably should have just killed myself instead of using the E-Tank, but whatever. It's time to face Dr. Wily again. Oh, and Dr. Wily's getting out of his cockpit, and he is morphing into an alien. Oh my god. It's time for the final battle. Time to defeat Dr. Alien Wily. I always knew it. No wonder he was trying to go ahead and one-up Dr. Light, because he was an alien. But in all honesty, though, this boss's only attack is pellet shots, but those pellet shots hurt. Hence the reason why it's one attack. Another thing, don't make contact to the alien. The alien will kill you in one hit. Also, he's only weak to Bubble Lead. So yeah, if you run out of Bubble Lead, ooh, you gonna die. You have to die because you won't be able to defeat Alien Wily. He also moves in a figure 8. Or, well, not a figure 8. Well, actually, no. They actually there's 2 different words. There's a figure 8 and an infinity symbol. So, yeah. As long as you remember that, you should be relatively fine. I don't remember that because I was getting a little bit hesitant and trying to actually beat this game. So I was like, oh boy. It's like, I don't want to lose. I'm so close to beating it. If I beat this, I could go to Mega Man 3. But then, I can't take another shot. If I take another shot, I'll die. Oh no, I took another shot. I have 1 more life. I need to do this. I need to do this. Mega Man, yes! Thank God I jumped over that, because if I did, I would have died. Wily, you know you can't use holograms to defeat Mega Man. Quick question, why does the hologram hurt me? If it's a hologram, it shouldn't hurt. This is also brought back in Scott Pilgrim. Suck it, Wily. Now kiss my grits. And that's it. It just ends. Like, it just really just ends just like that. Like, nothing. Like, I don't understand that ending. Whatever. Like, you know, Eggman just walks. It's like, yeah, I did that. I defeated Wily, but at what cost? I mean, the seasons keeps changing. Now it's blossoming. So many flowers. I'm Mega Man. Capcom, why did you abandon me? Why did you put me in a car compactor? I was good back in the day for 10 games. But why? Why did you abandon me? I miss being relevant. Wow, that actually sounded very depressing. Okay, so Mega Man saw the future. He knows what he's going to happen. But anyways, the game just cuts and says, forget it. Don't be thinking about that. I mean, seriously. Well, that's Mega Man 2. I can understand this being everyone's. I can understand most people's being everyone's all-time favorite. I don't see it, to be honest. Maybe it's because I'm very ignorant or the fact that I'm very dumb. But I don't see it. All I know is that, you know, it has a very memorable soundtrack. It has very memorable robot masters. But overall, the only thing that turns me off from it is the fact that the item consumption, well, that's not even a word. The item consumption in Wily Castle could be a little bit better. I mean, they get better in the other Mega Man games prior after this because, you know, I like to think that they basically were trying, it was like a beta test for both Mega Man 1 and Mega Man 2. Like, Mega Man 1 had its issues with Mega Man's physics. Mega Man 2 had its issues with having the whole item consumption, items being the more important staple to a point where trying to, like, because see, the platforms are developed around the weapons. And if you run out of the weapons, you cannot continue along with the castle unless you grind for them. And grinding spots in Mega Man 2, especially for in the turret boss, is not really that satisfying, and nobody likes that. Like, there is one area in Mega Man 3 that if you screw it up, you do have to grind. And I will admit that that is something that I kind of wish that they don't do. I mean, they don't do that, like, anymore, but they have done that for 3 games thus far with the whole item nonsense. But anyways, guys, I'll be seeing you guys next time. Laters.